You tell him! You tell him I'm coming! Tell him I'm fucking coming!
Right then, let's get killing. Yeah, let's bumble through as we are. Try and get out of... Oh, fuck me. Alexa, shut the fuck up. Sorry. Everyone said that robots would be so awesome in the future, and now we finally have them in the home. All they do is parrot things back to you that they mishear. Anyone with stigmatism can see FPS drop. Is that a condition or a type of graphics card? Right, Armin says the human eye cannot know, but the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS stream is quite something to on Twitch. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I'd be quite happy. I mean, I'm a dunce when it comes to computer stuff, and normally if I have a problem, my first reaction is to scream help and get someone more knowledgeable in. Astigmatism. Gotcha. But yeah, I mean, I just default. I just optimize by default with NVIDIA. And it gives me, invariably, gives me graphics settings that's sometimes too high. I don't know why I would need to run in 120. I'd be quite happy to force it to 60. Right, I can say with absolute certainty you can't fuck any farmyard animals or the horses. But you can punch them and get yourself arrested. See, that's science in action. Right. Let's see if we can sell some crap. Yeah, maybe when I clip this up, I'll put in a little disclaimer that the video quality is a bit shite. And then after the stream, we'll, if it's okay with you, Silent, we'll... Or today or tomorrow, just fix it to 60. You have to conduct these tests. Right, we need 5.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure, why not?
Someone did actually do a strength leveling guide, and fuck knows how they worked it out. But they worked out that apparently, like is it your strength or your endurance? But the best way to level one of your stats is punching cows in the middle of the night.
Finally, a reasonable sum.
Right. Thank you, Silent Sniper. Right, let's go and have a...
Hail to the hero. Have you recovered from yesterday? No mother's happy with us.
Yes?
Yeah, the sword fight will put
Right.
the graphics to the test. For an absolute fact. You know what? I'm pretty sure Cal, I seem to remember Cal fixing my division settings, streaming division settings to 30 to make it stable, you know. Berghoff says, why would someone even run around and touch cows in the night? Well, it's the Middle Ages. It's a different rule set. Patrick says, hey babe, hello mate, how you doing? Yeah, we had having a few technical problems that needed to be semi-ironed out. Yeah, fuck knows, riding a horse would probably look pretty gnarly, I think. It would probably break up pretty badly. Yeah, I did get arrested one time because I was just, well, I think I ran away, but I was just minding my own business like you do. You're fiddling around with your inventory, and then I came out of my inventory and somehow managed to accidentally launch a punch at the cow that was right in front of me and just clocked it, and then the guard was nearby and he came after me.
We can.
Good. And since today,
Patrick says, I'm good, Tar. Hope you've been enjoying the hot weather. Man, I've been burning up here. It's very hot. And apparently it's going to get even hotter. And then we're going to have thunderstorms.
Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Thank you, Silent Sniper. And Virgo says, well, yeah, that's true. Damn savages back then. I have to reluctantly admit that one of the things that surprised me, because obviously you learn quite a lot about the Middle Ages playing this game, but one of the things that really surprised me was at this point in the Middle Ages, people were actually quite civilised. There were public baths, there were washing areas everywhere. Everyone seemed pretty obsessed with hygiene in that kind of Middle Ages kind of shared bath kind of a way. But it was a good attempt. There were like the public bath houses with the prostitutes. People went there to wash as well as see prostitutes and have their gear cleaned. People felt a social responsibility to take care of beggars. It wasn't quite as it wasn't quite the nut house that I thought it would be.
All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just
Patrick
fiddle
says
around,
it's murder,
you get
ain't it?
nowhere.
My balls
Try
have become
slashing
boiled
from different
eggs.
sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Not bad. Again. Nice. Nice. Good.
Yeah, it's absolutely baking here.
The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
Pardon says, is this the medieval equivalent of Fallout 4?
Good.
Pretty much, actually. It's
Good,
closer
good.
than you think.
Let's try something else. One strike.
Douglas says we haven't had a May this warm since 1729, when they started to keep records over the weather. That's in Sweden. Yeah, I mean it's pretty blistering here.
Very good.
My other tip for this game is I would tend to drag this out, this little training session. I'd normally drag this out to get a bit of extra training in. But fuck it, we're gonna get lots of weapons training when we start killing people. I mean, liberating people of their possessions. Silent Sniper says, yeah, it's hot here as well, and I have liquid cooler and no AC, so my system fans are way up. Yeah, I've got actually have a couple of physical fans in my room for when things get really hot, just to keep that air circulating. It makes a difference, because you know what it's like. There's certain countries like the UK, it's kind of not worth having AC for the 1 or 2 weeks a year that you need it, so you don't tend to have it. But then when you need it, fuck. Right, let's just have a quick look at the map. Did I just fuck something up? I thought I bought charcoal from Captain Chopper over here.
Let's talk about the price.
Sure, why not?
Agree?
Silent Sniper says in Budapest, Hungary, they don't really have them here like I'm used to having in the US. Yeah, I mean, in the...
All right, sir.
everywhere I've been in the US and Canada, everywhere has had AC. I mean, I even stayed in this, like...
Rakes and hoes for your fields. Strong linen.
Stayed in this, like, mobile home. There was I mean, it was a bit of a shithole mobile home, but even that had AC. Like, literally, you know, even, like, old crapped out cars have AC.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this?
Let me know what you think of that
the Empire is
new
falling
chat
asunder in
function
his
with the
hands.
chat showing
The
up in
German
the
counts
actual
elected
stream when I put the VOD up, guys. If you think the timing and the timing's right and the font size is okay.
Even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope.
God be with you,
is opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you,
So
Matthew.
are such lords as
What's going on
Henry
here?
Rosenberg.
Deutsch is spouting shit.
I've-
What?
and
Just
Wilhelm
listen and you'll
are
hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the Empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side.
It's
To hell with Rosenberg.
it's the built-in
So
chat
that's
option from
he's
OBS.
Wenceslas commander-in-chief.
Literally, I just
Stay
watched the
loyal
YouTube
to
channel and
King.
it
If he
said,
heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deal will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with
And
Sigismund
don't
and...
forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
yeah, Dim,
Deutsch is an
unfortunately the
idiot.
ticker seems to be
But what can you
obscuring
do?
them.
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get
See you in a
Ella
bit,
for father
Patrick.
and a few other things. We're
Christ,
finishing
that
some
is a
magic
move.
sword.
And congratulations, Silent Sniper.
Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
I won't do it
Not
because
that I
I've
don't
got
want
more
to teach
important
the
things to
kids
do than
lessons.
throw shit
don't
at
have
someone's
time.
house.
That's disappointing.
Thanks, Patrick.
We can manage with
Catch
that.
you in a bit,
Let's
mate.
go, lads.
Honestly, hell. How could you pass up a chance like this? Huh?
Right, I want to see if I can speak to Fritz.
So, is Henry going with us or not?
Come on, Fritz, talk to me, you goon. Right, I'll come back to speak to him later. Yeah, find a new Billy and kill him. I think the game's just crashed. Just massive lag spike. Right, let's go and crack off these last quests. Go and get a beer from Bianca. Let's see how much money I've got. 18 gold. There are some good guides. If you play this game yourself, you can actually go around and like choke out loads of people and steal all their shit. But it is high risk. It is high risk.
God save, my lovely.
Ah, Bianca.
You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Ale.
Just ale.
What else could I expect from a village lout?
Ah, thank you, Silent
What will it be,
Sniper.
then?
Apparently that
Better
was
than
autosave.
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vaniak?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good.
That's not my kind of guy.
What in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough.
So I can murder people
father.
and steal their shit.
I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Enough with the double entendres, fucking hell. Right. I'm just going to go back to Fritz and see if he'll speak to me. Silent Sniper says, man, that conversation started to sound like a low budget porn. Yeah, it really did, didn't it? Right, they've thrown shit over his house. Let's go and see if we can find our friends. The reason I'm obsessing about Fritz is he's the only guy in Skalitz who's got lockpicks, and I want to steal something from my dad, and that requires getting the lockpicks from him, and it's an item you can't retrieve later. There's a dice game called Farkle, and you can get these bent dice. Oh, come on, where are you guys? Ah, here you are. These are your like best mates, and they're as thick as fucking pig shit. They're just like.
But I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
They're walking disaster cases.
Then I'll snitch on him.
You very quickly in this game, you kind of think, why would I be fucking hanging around with these fucking idiots?
Anyway, nice job at the Deutsche.
Dramatic content, I guess.
Never a dull moment with you lot.
Oh, speak to me, you fucking tit. Fuck it, looks like we're going to have to do without the dice. Right, where are we at with the quests? Pick up the crossguard. Maybe I should have agreed to go and throw shit at that geezer's house, and then Fritz would talk to me. But fuck it, it's one dice and there's plenty of other bent dice. basically, Farkle is a great way to make. Silent Sniper says, "Oh, so like real friends then." I must be very lucky. I've managed not to accrue any friends like that. But yeah, Farkle's a good way to make money early game, because especially if you can get hold of some bent dice, you can just go and sit down and gamble, and you invariably always win. But you want to be careful early game, because you can just clear yourself out. It's like gambling in real life, and why I don't do it in real life is gambling. With gambling, your judgment gets poorer the more desperate you become. You know, and early game, if you start to lose money, you can throw good money after bad, and the next thing you know, you're absolutely broke. It's much better to go and poach or steal.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me.
Yeah, let's not get into politics. Let's just get our shit and get the fuck out of here.
Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Silent Sniper says the kind that will help you dispose of a body.
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick
For
your ass.
legal reasons, I'll have to remain
Right
silent.
away, your lordship.
To say there's a lot of fresh concrete in my basement.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
By the way, if you like this game, definitely check out the Wolfland Armory. I think it's in Czechoslovakia, but it's the armory that teamed up. It teamed up with Warhorse Studios, who made this game, and they made all the special edition swords. They have like nearly every weapon that you might fall in love with in this game. You can go and buy a real one there, and these guys make swords for these reenactors. You know, these reenactors that actually fight, like not sort of mince around and play fight, but these guys who actually dress up in all of the armour and actually beat the crap out of each other. It's kind of like MMA. I think it's called M1. It's like medieval mixed martial arts. They like pile on all of this armour and then knock each other fucking senseless. And they make weapons for these guys, so they're like the real deal. I mean, they're all proper tough weapons that you can use. Not that you use them, but
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. That's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have we got the charcoal? Good. We'll fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, I heard some gossip about what happened to Deutsch. I expect you know something about it.
Hey, Tideman. How you doing, mate?
Maybe.
Maybe? Someone threw dung at Deutsch's freshly lime-washed house, maybe? And maybe those cronies of yours had something to do with it?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Oh, got what he deserved, did he?
Yeah, Sniper.
Look, I don't know if you're mixed
it's
up
showing
in this, or if it's just those friends of yours, all the
144
same to me.
FPS.
But I have a trade to run.
And I've got
The
no
German
need for that.
pays well. And having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. Do you understand? Yes. Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of the king?
Does that boy ever listen to a word I say? So Deutsch spouts rubbish, so what? You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth, not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Sniper says the game doesn't look graphic intensive. No, I think this is, I mean, for start, this is cutscene anyway, but no, I mean, it's
Father, why did
not
you leave Prague?
perfectly optimised.
Whoever heard of a master
The
swordsmith
main
making
issue with
horseshoes
this
in a
game
village?
is that it's got very fine texture
had my reasons,
detail on the environment, and the environment tends
And here I
to
have your mother and you.
pop quite a
Now
long
then,
way
what's your
away.
life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university. And all
You guys
without
want to
a
listen
war.
to all of this? I'm
And
tempted
without
to
a
skip this cutscene.
Better
And
than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going?
Doom fishing,
Yeah.
how you doing, mate? Nice to see
We'll
you.
put it all together.
I'm gonna say, for a sword that's just come out of a bloody furnace, that's looking pretty shiny. He's your dad, Sniper, he's your dad.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My
Easy.
father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Henry, are you alright?
Actually, you know what? I think this actually is, now come to think of it, I think this is quite graphic intensive just because of the level of environmental detail. Right, let's get some nosh. Oh, come on. Get some food. Yeah, the cutscenes are actually pretty good if you're playing it for the first time, because it tells you a lot of the backstory to the whole of the plot, because it's very historically accurate. So I probably take it for granted now because I know exactly what's going on historically. But virtually everything that's happening in the game is happening for a reason, and it's all to do with King Wenceslas and the secession. Silent Sniper says, once you're done with the stream, we'll sort it in OBS once and for all. You shouldn't have to configure anything after. Thank you very much, mate. I do really appreciate the input. And thanks for everybody's patience while I spent the first half an hour, 40 minutes of the stream fucking around with graphic settings. Just a matter of knowing what your hardware is and what's going on to set it up right. Yeah, I'm blissfully ignorant of all of that, mate. I should really make more of an effort to not be completely in the dark. Right. Bring the nails to Teresa.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine.
Sexy. That's how Bianca is.
Will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Although she does talk
Maybe we'll
slightly
see each other
robotically.
there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
I'm going to trigger someone now. A Bianca fan is going to get triggered. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of innuendo in the start of this game, isn't
Now
there?
stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire.
Oh, mushroom, keep them in the
did
dark
a
and
fine
feed them.
job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
God, more cutscenes.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave.
And you're a creepy bastard. So, hop along.
Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Isvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
Come on, jog on, jog on. I've got robbing to do.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Sniper says apparently he doesn't know how to follow through with the pummel.
Teach
Yeah,
me how
he's
to use it, that's
professionally
the
bad
success.
with a sword.
Why?
You'd have to
Becoming
try
useful.
to
Maybe
be
I'll
that
travel a bit
bad.
before settling down. I'd like to know more than the Tavern on the Green and the Forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a
Long and
blacksmith
peculiar.
might bring no
I've heard that
glory,
before.
has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day.
There's a lot of
First, I'd
foreshadowing.
like to see
Playing
the
this
world.
through from the
Meet new
start,
people. Meet them or beat
I'm picking up
them.
on a lot of foreshadowing
Let's keep going on about
that
it.
I didn't see the first
And
time
you've no
round
need to
for
learn
obvious
swordplay.
reasons.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Uh-oh.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside quick! We have to shut the gates!
Keep running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back!
Might be some loot.
Get through the gates!
Slightly overkill there. Literally.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run!
Yeah, well, I don't fancy my odds with those guys.
Find a horse! Ride to Talberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
That was bad. Which bit? My insensitive comment or... Right, have I even got a weapon? Let's have a look. Oh, I can't even fucking equip that fucking sword. Right, I need to get the fuck out of Dodge. I could stay and be incredibly brave and fight them, but I've got a pair of green tights and I think maybe a few herbs. Hello, please report me. Yeah, I would really like to come and help you, but I think I'm just gonna. Oh, which one shall I have? That one's got the nicest saddle. Good luck, Teresa. Right, let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, I like that. There's a second horse in case you missed the first one. Well, you know, so what am I supposed to do? You can spend a lot of time at the beginning of the game preparing and actually have a weapon and stuff at that point, but I've got nothing. I've just got my shit-stained skiddies and some apples. So I'm going to run. And I'm going to run fast.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the street.
Right. Oh man, I'm got no riding skills. Run, Forrest, run!
Run for it! Flee! To Talmberg!
Trying to read chat and ride the horse, and I'm not doing very well. Just... I might have a bandage on me, but fuck. If I stop to bandage myself, those fucking Kumin are right on my 6, so I'm just gonna have to keep going and hope that I don't fucking die.
Run for it!
Fucking hell. Yeah, I got shit horse, shit riding skill.
Run for it.
The horse is getting fatigued, I'm bleeding, and I'm hungry. Don't worry, I'll steal some stuff. Ow, motherfucker! That's why you don't slow down. I'll steal some stuff later, and we'll go and get some nice livery, mate. Don't you worry. Fuck me, I could hear that guy breathing down my neck. Right. Yeah, Sniper's going to help me sort it out, but I will say there is texture pop in this game when you get a high tier horse, when you've got like 20 riding skill and the best horse in the game, you're tearing it through the countryside and you get texture pop on any setting. Yeah, get that arrow out of my arse.